Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini. Welcome to In Her Dreams. Welcome to your reading. I'm grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for this reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Ashe. Protection is coming through. Protection. Your protection is on a whole other level now than where it used to be, because you're in alignment with divine truth. You're in a space now where you are receiving the protection of the universe over your mind, your finances, your love, your dreams, your home life, your art. Everything about you is protected now. But in the past, it was in the reverse. And what's coming through is that there was a being that wanted to separate you from your divine protection. For some of you, this is coming through as a mother figure. Could be your mother, could be someone else's mother, could be a lover's mother, could be a mother-in-law. But there was a mother figure who, this could be past, present, future. Okay, I'm getting for a lot of you this was the past though. In fact, January 2025 came through. A full moon in Cancer, January 13th, 2025. There was something significant that happened around this time for some of you, and it involved a mother figure who, at that time, she made a big realization as to her role in your life, and Spirit's bringing through some more messages. What did she realize at this time? There was something that she did to involve herself with others that caused a lot of anxiety and worry, not only within herself, but potentially for you as well. There could have been something in the winter of 2025 that a mother figure did involving other people that felt like it was being done against you. Okay, for those of you that this applies to your own mother, they realized that their connection to you was not what it should be, and they had a big aha moment where they realized that they had done you wrong, but they did not pick themselves up out of that cycle, that negative cycle. They just kept moving forward with their toxic patterns, toxic cycles, and continue to betray you. This is a betrayal. For those of you that this is a mother figure, same thing. There's distance between you now. There was an effort to create a connection, an opportunity for communication. This mother figure is coming through as a Queen of Swords. Okay, this energy has been heavy in the readings. A Queen of Swords, an air sign, And there's coldness there. Her aura looks like ice. She feels like an ice queen. For some of you, this is a mother-in-law coming through with heavy Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We've got Six of Pentacles here with interaction, some sort of interaction between you and this Queen of Swords. And there's an impact on the lovers. This is your love. This Queen of Swords used this situation, whatever interaction they had with you, in order to influence your love. With this interaction, they tried to establish a sense of power in your life. They wanted to create a storm. And this is what potentially, but also more importantly, temporarily, okay, caused an upset in your feeling of protection. There's something that this Queen of Swords did to impact the abundance in your life. In the time that I was meditating and getting ready for the reading, I pulled the Dragonfly card. This is about illusions. This Queen of Swords created a lot of illusions in your world. A lot of thoughts and ideas based on a feeling of lack. This Queen of Swords, potentially in the past, I feel like for a lot of you this is the past, they made you feel like you weren't enough. They made you feel like there was not a possibility for you to experience this love. I feel like I'm talking to a very strong representation of the divine feminine. And as I was meditating for this, divine was saying, it doesn't matter what's between your legs. You're a representation of the divine feminine, okay? So this goes beyond gender. This goes beyond the box that you check for gender, okay? Any sort of categorization. You're not meant to fit in a box. And for some of you, that's what this comes down to, is that you have a mother figure that did not approve of who you are. And I send healing energy to you for that wound. Whatever rejection you experienced from this mother figure, from this Queen of Swords, I send healing energy to you. Ashe. Because the pain of abandonment, being abandoned by a parent, is so strong. It goes very deep. And it requires sometimes a lifetime to heal those wounds. But Divine says you're well on your way. There's nothing that even a parent could hold you back from regarding your dreams, your goals, and who you're meant to be. No one can stand between you and your self-love. This Queen of Swords presented illusions to you that you could not have a happy, healthy love life. For some of you, you're definitely related to this Queen of Swords. For some of you, it's an in-law, a mother-in-law. It could also be an in-law, like a sister-in-law or a sibling. But it is a feminine spirit that tried to make you lose sight of the possibilities that you have in love. What brought about this Nine of Swords was the Seven of Swords energy within a group environment. This could be, what I'm getting for some of you is that if this was a mother-in-law, then they could have stirred up trouble or rumors about you with other family members. Okay, that one just fell from the deck. The Siren. Yeah, they were using their voice to hurt you. That makes sense because this is coming through as air energy with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this person likes to talk. They like to chat. You created distance between you and this person. Okay. For some of you, I'm getting that, especially those of you that you're related to this person, you moved away from them geographically so that you could experience freedom and not have them in your ear. Maybe you wanted to get away from mouthy family, gossiping family or friends, or people around you that just wanted to keep this hatred, this bitterness going. But it came from the Queen of Swords. This is the origin. But there are a lot of other people who kept their energy going. There are rumors, okay? They were talking about you and your love. I'm getting that for some of you this was very personal because they were talking about very personal aspects about your character, about yourself, about who you are, whether it's your sexuality, your gender. For some of you, this Queen of Swords was spreading rumors about what, Divine? About your dreams, about your goals. There's something that you have, a vision, something that you want to, oh, and a King of Cups that flipped over, okay? You may have a dream of accomplishing something or building something, creating something with a King of Cups. Or you may be a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But with that being water energy, that also goes back to your dreams. This Queen of Swords was talking shit about the things that are very important to you. Yeah. You have a very abundant destiny. Because you're living in a state of gratitude, whereas this Queen of Swords was living in a state of attack. Always wanting to know more. Always wanting to delve into things that really don't have anything to do with them. Okay? You live in a state of nurturance and compassion. And that's something that this experience, which has caused some Nine of Swords, some for you, but a lot for this Queen of Swords. whatever it is that you have suffered from in this experience, they've suffered a whole lot more. And they will continue to suffer because they tried to shake your protection. When I was meditating for this reading, Krishna came through, who is known as the 8th avatar of Vishnu. And Vishnu has come to me personally in an experience where I needed protection right away. Physical protection. And I will tell you that this is a very powerful energy if you have never worked with Krishna or with Vishnu. Very closely related. So if either one of those energies calls to you, if you research them, Vishnu and Krishna, just know that they will work with you, specifically Krishna. But whatever energies you work with, energies of protection, they are with you so strong. This is ancestral protection, and you also have the protection of your spirit allies. They were coming through as I was meditating, letting you know. And they came through as Krishna. Okay, so this is a very benevolent energy that's coming through for you, letting you know that nothing can stop your protection. You are always safe because you are divine. And there is no one, not this Queen of Swords, not anyone, not their flying monkeys, not their people that they've gotten to talk about you. No one can block your protection. And that's a really important message because this protection card did come through as reversed as I was shuffling. Because perhaps you have wondered if you were being protected because you've experienced so much chaos due to people running their mouths, people spreading lies, and very hurtful things about you, saying things that were untrue, or just keeping things going behind your back. And you felt this. Divine says they didn't shake your protection. And as long as you remember that you are divinely protected, you will never have to worry. You will never have to fear. Okay? Okay. Yeah. This Queen of Swords and the people that they were talking with created a lot of disharmony and conflict in your life. And Divine is saying that one of the best things about that situation is that it gave you an opportunity to understand your triggers. You were able to understand the things that from your childhood, from your early adulthood, and into where you are now, you have really gained a deep understanding of the things that set you off because it hurts. It hurts a wound that has been there for a very long time. And you are meeting this wound, these triggers inside you, with nurturance and compassion. And that's how you're able to live in the present moment and express gratitude for all that you have and all that you are, no matter who you are. And you're able to really appreciate your dreams and make them become manifest. This Queen of Swords tried really hard to take away your power by exerting their power. But this was toxic power. This wasn't like inner power that produces enlightenment and ascension. Their power is one of manipulation, control, gossip, toxicity, very low vibe energy. It's one of control. And this is a desire for control that they have because they do not feel in control of themselves, of their own body. There are wounds from what's coming through is early childhood for this Queen of Swords that need to be healed, that need to be tended to, but they're not ready for that. They feel that they're not ready for that. And they fear that they're not ready for that. So in order to distract themselves from the wounds that they need to heal, they have focused on you. Divine says that you have access to happiness, and you have happiness in not only available to you now in your present, but also in your future. And I just noticed now those two dolphins. You have access to happiness and love. For some of you, this love is going to look different from what this Queen of Swords expected. You may be in a same gender relationship, or you may be in a relationship that this Queen of Swords just didn't approve of. It could be because of your race, your ethnicity, your age, but there is a particular reason as to why this Queen of Swords discriminated against you. That's what's coming through, is discrimination. Divine is asking you to release the hurt and the suffering that you've experienced because of this being's actions, to release anger over the disharmony that they caused. I feel like this situation caused disharmony between you and your lover, you and this King of Cups. You could be the King of Cups, okay? Put it where it fits, all right? You could be the King of Cups, or the King of Cups could be your love, your lover, your beloved, okay? But this Queen of Swords had an issue with you and your love, your lover. Divine is asking you to release this pain that you may still feel, this anger, this resentment that you may feel towards this Queen of Swords. Because as you release the energy of this toxic situation, you're going to experience fulfillment. That card has been coming out. Ashe. Divine is also bringing through that you are an angel. Okay, you are doing divine work here on earth to heal. That's what wanted to come through before. Heal. You are a healer. You are a healer. And the experience that you've had with this Queen of Swords is going to help you to harness and radiate healing energy to people around you, to beings around you. It's not just people. Some of you are healing animals, and you're working with the animal spirits very closely. Some of you are working with nature spirits. This is your calling. Some of you are focusing now on yourself. I feel like a lot of you have been focusing on yourself. You've already been doing this. Your reincarnation is going to be very powerful, because you're doing so much transformative work here on earth in this lifetime. You are guaranteed a beautiful legacy, not only in this lifetime, but in future lifetimes as well. The Maestro, you have become a master of magic. And magic is simply a change in consciousness. It's where you are able to shift energy. You're a master of this. The snake spirit is coming through. This is about strengthening your healing powers as a result of healing yourself from all of the bites, all of the venom that you've experienced. You've been bitten a lot, beautiful being. People have, and in particular, this Queen of Wands has spewed venom towards you and behind your back. This isn't just about words that have been said. These are actions and words that have been witnessed and spoken behind your back. So this is an energy that you felt. But you've allowed this ugly, evil venom to transform you. And so the snake is not afraid. It has experienced it all. And because you've allowed these situations and this hurt to strengthen you, you are now equipped with everything you need in order to help those who have been hurt in the deepest ways. What's coming through is that you've watched shows, maybe like Dateline, or I'm getting like mystery shows, or things like Soft White Underbelly, that channel. I don't know if they're still making videos or not, but you've watched something, a show or a series that has shed a lot of light on painful human experiences. And Divine is saying that you're a part of that group where you have experienced so much pain, and you're going to experience now satisfaction in sharing your story, sharing the wisdom that you've gained from those painful experiences, but the same suffering that you noticed in other people, the same strength that you've noticed in other people, whether it's in a show that you've watched or a series, you have that same strength. And what you've done with it is you've combined it with your healing abilities and your divine energy. And you have become a master. This Maestro card is also coming through for the Queen of Swords, where they thought that they were a mastermind, and they tried to mastermind or really come up with a devious plan to bring shame to you. But they couldn't shame you because your path is not shameful. It's divine. Winter, there's something really important, very significant that's going to happen in the winter time. This deals with a storm that you've been through. It could be related to this Queen of Swords, or what's coming through is that for some of you this is about a financial storm that you experienced. You're going to be able to rest about something. Winter is about rest. It's about hibernation. There's going to be a change here. Also, with that dragonfly card, that speaks to illusion. So there are illusions that are clearing up with the cold of the winter, or with the onset of winter, whether it's cold where you are or not. I'm getting that somebody has to be shut down. The winter is going to be a time of quiet, of silence. The only thing you're going to hear is, like, you know how when you hear an animal walking in the snow or running in the snow, That's you moving forward. You're not going to stop in the winter. You're still going to be resting. You'll still rest. But you're going to experience positive movement and growth as well, even in the winter. You're not going to stop growing in the winter. The only thing that's going to come to an end in the winter is the noise, the chaos. But there's going to be silence and only the sound of your footsteps moving forward in the snow. Because you're working towards your dreams, you're working towards your goals, and you're accomplishing them. Okay? I'm going to pull from a fresh deck. Thank you, Divine. Yeah, there's someone here who's trapped in fear. I feel like this is the Queen of Swords. At some points in time, this could have been you. But you've triumphed and moved forward. Okay, you didn't let any discouragement or harsh words stop you. And for that reason, you're attaining balance in your life. This is a huge time for you where you're experiencing balance in your world. I'm drawn to cards for love. Yeah, there was 7 of Swords here trying to impact your love life. Trying to wear away at your love connection. Trying to take you away from this King of Cups. This is a really beautiful energy. King of Cups in the upright is just, oh, it could be a water sign. Could be a water sign. Yeah, there were secrets that were being passed around about you and this King of Cups. Specifically about you, but also about your interactions with this King of Cups. Secrets that had no business being spread. There could have also potentially been a King of Swords in here with this Queen of Swords, okay? So this could have been a father figure or another male, another masculine energy. Doesn't have to be a male, but it's coming through as masculine. This Queen of Swords could have gained power, dark power, from this King of Swords. Maybe they were encouraged to be in their confusion. It's funny that they're coming through as King and Queen of Swords because that's logical and it's they have vision, okay, but it's also very cold. And so the vision that this King and Queen of Swords had regarding their plan for you was very dark. It was one based in confusion and not seeing clearly. They didn't have all the facts, but yet they were talking. They didn't have all the details, but yet they were talking. Spreading rumors, spreading lies. What was coming through there was shh, 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 shh. Somebody didn't want you to say your truth. This could be a truth about who you are, about what you want. For some of you, this King of Cups, maybe there was a truth that you had about your connection with them that you felt was important, but this Queen of Swords did not want you to share that. What's coming back to me is that Dreams card. There could have been something that you wanted to share regarding something that you just feel really divinely guided to share. And they wanted to shut you up. They did not want you to speak. And so this Queen of Swords spoke for you. Okay? You're the one with the true vision. You're the one with the healing voice. Voice keeps coming through because I pulled Siren. This Queen of Swords wanted the energy of your voice. There's something about your voice that they feel... What does it make them feel like? What does it make them... Ten of Pentacles. So when you speak with strength, you speak with abundance and stability. This Queen of Swords does not like that. That's why they wanted to shut you up. There's something that you have to say, that you share with your voice, that exhibits and exudes and radiates strength, stability, and abundance. It could be something related to family. Maybe you're putting out a message. Maybe you have a podcast. Maybe you have a YouTube channel. Maybe you have a blog where you share things about family, home, hearth, abundance, love, finances. This Queen of Swords wanted to shut you up because they were trapped in fear about their own insecurities. Tell me more about this King of Cups, Divine. Yeah. There's Empress energy here. So either this King of Cups makes you feel like you're an Empress, or they want you to feel like an Empress, or there's something really beautiful here because it's a King of Cups and an Empress. And whatever it is that you say with your mouth, whatever it is that you put out there into the world, the energy is Ten of Scarabs, Ten of Pentacles. And that's what this Queen of Swords did not like. But look, you got a lot of good energy going on. That's the only reason the Queen of Swords had something to say. That's the only reason why they were trying to create disharmony in your world. That's it. They were trapped in fear. And so they made you doubt your protection. They brought disharmony into your world. But Divine says that you have happiness and fulfillment. Happiness and fulfillment. That is your vibe. Like, you have all these beautiful cards. Oh my gosh. You have all these beautiful cards. Thank you, Spirit. Oh yeah, they wanted me to pull from this moon deck. So I'm going to pull from here. Thank you, Divine. Ooh. Okay. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. I mentioned full moon in Cancer. January 13th, 2025. What's up? Something happened there where this Queen of Swords had a big realization of something. They realized that, yeah, this is the Death card. They realized that something needed to come to an end. They were creating drama that needed to come to an end. Okay, and so with that full moon energy, full moon in Cancer, dealing with the home, dealing with family, they had an aha moment where they were like, this isn't right. And I feel like what's coming through for that? Oh. Yeah, suffering and silence. They were suffering. And they couldn't put up with it anymore. So they did something. What was coming through was they reeled back their energy. So you may have still noticed some interaction or communication with this Queen of Swords, but there was a realization that happened in January 2025 where they realized that they cannot keep up with the same games anymore. And so ever since that time, they have been trapped in fear. And so what you're going to see is that this personal issue, this issue with this person is reaching a conclusion. Okay? And Divine is saying it might not feel like the most ideal conclusion. It might not feel like there might be a sense of, well, this is how it seems to be going, but I kind of wanted it to go this way. Divine says the way it pans out, the way it happens is exactly how it was meant to. It is divine order. It's divine order. And you don't have to be upset about it. You don't have to feel like there's something that you did wrong or that it should have been a different way. It's all panning out in exactly the right way. I keep wanting to say Pandora's box. Pandora's box. This Queen of Swords opened up Pandora's box. And what happened in that full moon in Cancer in January 2025 is they realized that they had opened up too much evil energy in their own life by trying to curse you. They realized that by cursing you, they cursed themselves. And that's when they knew they had to stop. So they have been reeling back their energy. They've still been up to some of the same shenanigans, but yeah. Now there's hope for you. This is the Star card, card 17. There's hope. And Divine is saying that that hope relates to your Ten of Pentacles, your home, your family energy, your finances, your strength, your stability. All of this disharmony is coming to a close. You're reaching an end with all of that negative energy, and you're coming into a time of happiness. Yeah. Also, the Empress speaks to fertility and creative energy and beauty. This is also the mother card. Mar, the sea. El mar in Spanish. That's what was coming out. This is water energy. Divine says go to the water, go to the sea, go to the river, go to the lake, connect with the water. If you can, if you have children, if you have a child that also enjoys the water, take them to the water. With this being the Empress card, there's a deep level of connection that's going to happen between you and the fruit of your womb, your beloved seed. Okay? With water. As you connect with water, you're going to experience a lot of blessings. Those of you who do not have children in this physical realm, this is about connecting with your spiritual children. You're an Empress, whether you've birthed children in the physical or not. There are people that you are meant to mentor, nurture, and help guide in this lifetime. So either way, you're a mother, okay? For those of you who identify more with masculine energy, you are attracting a being to you that has very motherly, nurturing, compassionate energy. Okay? A lot of Cancerian energy here. I pulled the Nurturance and Compassion card, the full moon in Cancer, and I am recording this during the Cancer season. Okay? During Cancer season. So, yeah. That's beautiful. I love it. Okay, I am going to pull. I want to do Sacred Destiny. Yeah. I want to do. Oh, that actually I pulled out here already. Because I knew I wanted to shuffle that deck. So, let me see here. Moonology is coming through for you. Okay. For the sacral chakra, the root chakra, sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. I love how it has that dark color in there for the root chakra. So grounding is very important. Divine is saying to walk barefoot. Barefoot, barefoot. Put your bare feet in the ground, on the ground. Okay. Also your solar plexus, that goes back to the Empress with your creative energy. And your sacral chakra, also creative energy. Okay, solar plexus giving you the energy that you need, the motivation to create. Let me go ahead and get out the guidebook for this. Okay. All right, Divine, what message do you have? Yeah, something's really coming to an end because I just picked up again that death card. And so the end of the drama signals the full moving forward with your happiness. Okay, this is a really great time for you with love for what you do, love for what you create, love for who you are, love for who you're with. Thank you, Divine. What message do you have for this beautiful being? Truth. Yeah, the truth's coming out because this being spread with the Queen of Swords. I'm getting also, you know, the snake came through, so it's like they were just using their tongue to cut like a sword. That's what a cold Queen of Swords does so well, is they cut. And I feel like the words that they spoke cut to your soul. And you may have had times where you allowed yourself to become vulnerable because this is a mother figure. It's like, oh, they're a mother, they're nurturing, they're supposed to be nurturing, they're supposed to be compassionate, but that's not ever what you were met with this person. Perhaps at some points in time, but what really stuck with you was the evil, the venom that they spewed. You know, with that siren energy, you use your voice in a very beautiful, powerful, loving way, but they use their tongue in a very sharp, hurtful way. Okay, so truth has come out, and the thing about it is that one reason why this happened is because you speak truth, and they don't like that. Okay? They don't like that you speak your truth so fearlessly and so beautifully. Song of the Wind. Wind is in the realm of the air elements, one of the 4 elements of life: air, water, fire, and earth. Air takes form in the oxygen we breathe, as well as in breezes and zephyrs. It also represents our communication skills. When we speak, it is the air that passes through our mouths that allows us to speak and communicate. Wind is also prana, the source of life. As you communicate your truth to yourself and others, you'll find new energy and vitality emerging within your life. The sacred landscape wants you to know. Be honest with yourself and speak from your heart. Find your truth. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. You always knew what was honest and what wasn't within this Queen of Swords. But the beautiful thing is that you live in a space of honesty where they were trying to get you to believe them and their lies and their harsh words. You always knew deep inside your soul and in your heart that their words of hurt and evil came from a place of death and destruction and fear. The words you speak come from a place of hope and life and love. Sometimes it takes sincere silence to find your inner voice of truth. But once you find it, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Share your truth with others. Release relationships in which you can't be yourself and can't be real. Being genuine can allow your spirit to fly and the song of your soul to be heard in the universe. You are authentic, you are real. That is something that some people around you, particularly this Queen of Swords, they haven't been okay with your truth, with your sincerity. But that's no reason to stop being sincere and authentic. You don't have to be vulnerable with everyone. You don't have to show your bare self to everyone. Not everyone was meant to see that, and that's okay. You can cloak yourself when you present yourself to certain people, because you already know, you are very intuitive. You already know honest communication when you hear it. And just the simple fact that when this Queen of Swords came to you or spoke about you, you knew deep inside your heart that they were speaking lies and that they were speaking from a place of fear. That confirms that you have very deep intuition. You understand truth. You recognize truth. And so Divine is saying to honor that intuition inside you. Don't talk yourself out of what you know, because it is true. It is authentic, and you don't have to doubt yourself ever. What you know is what you know. And so you don't have to doubt your intuition. Also, continue to speak your truth. It is absolutely beautiful. It is a part of your healing gifts as an angel, and it's why you're here on earth, is to share truth. So keep doing it. Alright, beautiful being. I hope this message was everything that it needed to be for you. Ashe. And I'm so grateful that you tuned in. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And I wish you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care.